Yeah, we offer admissions webinars throughout the year. Virtually, mainly, so we can reach people where they are, and we do a comprehensive overview of the program itself, the application process, and usually what you'll need to meet New York bar eligibility, so people have an idea ahead of time, and what they can be doing now during the application process to prepare for that bar eligibility portion of things. So in addition to that, we do occasionally have open houses on campus, in person on campus, for prospective students to come and visit the campus and meet some faculty, maybe have a mock class, that sort of thing. Then if you've applied and been offered admission, we have admitted students day, same thing. You get to meet faculty, have a mock class, meet your cohort, that sort of thing. So the one thing I will say is, if you live in the area or if you're visiting the area, plan a campus visit. There's also opportunities to sit in on a class, so you get sort of a real world feel for things. And I think if you have the opportunity to do that before arriving for school, that's really great, because you get to get a sense of the place and the people and your place in it. And I think that's a good precursor to arriving for the program. In terms of I think all the things we're covering right now in this program are the sort of the things that people will be asking along the way. So yeah, those are definitely things. To go to information sessions, ask as many questions. There's no such thing as a wrong question. There's not too many questions, because the more information you have, the more informed decision you can make. So please, absolutely, we're more than happy to hear from you and hear from you again if you have follow-ups. And yeah, please do get the information you need to make the wisest decision for yourself. In terms of, are we talking about clinics and externships?
Yeah, let's just move into those externships, clinics, practical training opportunities, and then we'll let the others share in that as well.
So a lot of you will be coming in with education and possibly prior work experience in the field. But if you're trying to maybe change the subject area you're working in, or you change your interest area, yeah, you definitely can look into experiential learning opportunities at whatever school you choose. There's clinics. We have in-house and external clinics and hybrid clinics that we offer in various areas, where you get to represent real world clients and in cases and in helping to build businesses and advocate for them in the political realm. So yeah, practical experience is the best experience. So yeah, you want to be looking at what the school has to offer, what you're most interested in, and also the process for getting involved in those things. Because I mean, for example, clinics there's an application process. Once you arrive, there's an application process to be admitted into a clinic, and you should be aware of that process and the deadlines involved. Because I have to say, once you start law school, it can be like fast and furious, and there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of information coming your way. But if you're truly interested in something, you want it to be on your radar. You want to be tuned into the information that's being offered to you, and make sure that you get your applications in, and that you're involved in that process, so you don't miss out on those opportunities. There's also, public service. We have a public service law center here that also can plug you into opportunities in the public sector, government agencies, the government itself, nonprofit organizations, NGOs, all those. There are opportunities to get experience in different areas. So that's something else you can look at. And then also externships with firms and organizations and various employers where they need legal assistance as well. So I think, yes, just know what's available. And also, I think there should be an element of flexibility. For example, if you're really keen on a clinic and there are limited spots and you don't get that spot, what's your plan B? what's your plan C? Because as I say, there are plenty of opportunities. So if you can be very honed in on one, but be flexible enough to see that there are other things that will help you as well, and aid you in building your skills and your network for opportunities down the road. So yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
so. Yes, have an idea, but have some flexibility in what you may what the reality may be once you're here and on the ground.
Excellent. Masa, anything to add to that about the information sessions and the externships, clinics, and practical training?
Similarly, we do host occasional webinars. We reach out to the students who have been in contact with us or have inquired before, but they're always posted on our social media as well, in case anybody is interested. We do host several open houses a year. That's usually JD open houses, but our LLM students are more than welcome to join, to kind of get a feel for the campus and interact with faculty and current students. As well as we do usually do in-person outreach in terms of recruiting. So if you're in South America or Europe this October, November, please keep an eye on the LL.M tour, and we'll probably have a chance to meet with you all. We also offer one-on-one counseling. So if you have any questions, anything, would like to schedule a time for a one-on-one counseling, please do reach out. We're always happy to answer any questions. And in terms of clinics and externships, I mean, Felicia covered a real good portion of it. I can just speak for Stetson that we do have a independent clinics and externships office with over 300 externships and clinics opportunities per year. So we work with them. We at the international office work with the Office of Clinics to place our international students, as they do have sometimes immigration requirements and status requirements as well. So definitely, I mean, Felicia covered it really well with think about what opportunities you're interested in or what your plan B is in case there's not the exact placement that you are looking for. But with the limited number of our LLMs and the big number of externships that we have available, we haven't had, thank God, knock on wood, any difficulties placing our students. So we'll continue to do that if anybody's interested. It's not a required part of our curriculum, but courses can be substituted with clinics and externships if a student is interested in doing that.
Wonderful. Insa, your take on all of that.
I will just quickly, yes, I love the virtual options we have. So we host monthly webinars where we just do a PowerPoint presentation about everything important and interesting and fun. That should be combined with individual sessions, because everybody has their very own specific questions based on where they come from, what they want to do, and frankly on how informed they are already. So in an individual session, people, I think, are more forthcoming with questions than in a webinar. That's just what it is. So do avail yourself of these options. It's really nice to touch base for us with the applicants and to know them before they arrive on campus. In terms of practical skills, so that's a fantastic feature of the United States legal education. You have the core classes in the first year of the JD program. Anything that's, you would study at home, so constitutional law, civil procedure, contract, sales, business organizations, criminal, etc. And then the second and third year for the JD program, they very much focus on practical skills or specialized courses. And so as an LL.M student, you need to find out whether you have access to those classes. Clinical options are sometimes limited because they're so popular for the JD students too. So you need to see whether you can actually do that as well. And that is, as Masa mentioned, an advantage of these small programs, because if you have 450 LLM students, you cannot possibly, I imagine, easily place them. So we can work these students into those courses. There are moot court opportunities. Vismoot, for example, is an international competition where some of our students have participated. In the skills classes, again, anything from contract drafting to client negotiation to you name it. There's a lot offered and a lot to choose from. Question is whether you're eligible. These are great options for students on a visa to get practical experience, because during the first 2 semesters, you typically are not allowed to work outside or get an experience, be employed outside. But there is a curricular practical training option after the first year, after the first 2 semesters, where you can do that. So that's a side.
Wonderful.